Oh! Oh! Oh, shit. Hey, we back.
Yes, sir.
Season 2.
Let's
Episode
go.
1. Oh, my God. Spin that tape. Welcome. If you're new, this is Up and Coming, and it's your boy, motherfucker Jones. Tell a friend, because you about to be here with some ish, yeah? Today, we got not only one young man that I was blessed to know, but also I was able to get in and see the journey just because I was rubbing elbows with the niggas that knew him. But just watching him grow and blossom into what he is now, we had to get him on Up and Coming. And season 2, you know we looking different. We coming different too, you feel me? We're gonna have freestyles, we're gonna have all that. Stay tuned. But today, I want to introduce my guy, Henry, a.k.a. Boss, Nicky.
Thank you for having me on the show. For real, season 2, episode 1. This is crazy. So definitely trying to drop some gems on the podcast today. It's only right.
Nigga. Thank you for coming, because not many people want to talk about what they do or could talk about what they do. But bro, I'm hyped to hear the knowledge that's about to be dropped. I'm hyped to see you guys actually dive into what he does and how he does what he does.
Right, appreciate that.
Without
for real.
further ado, bro, welcome.
Yo, thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm feeling good, bro. I'm feeling great. You know, I was definitely excited to be here with you, seeing the new spot, the new location, season 2, like we said. You know, I got the little personal just to get right, just to set the vibes, because I really want to have a good time here, you know. Good vibes, good energy, just great conversation at the end of the day. That's what I'm here for. That's why I wanted to be here too.
I appreciate that.
This was supposed to happen like almost like months ago, honestly. Like this is way way overdue.
Start rolling out, bro. This is only the iceberg, because realistically, I'm happy I still caught you while you're still able to just come and sit down with niggas.
Right.
Realistically, you on an upward trend, bro. You about to really be too famous for me.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Never that.
Look,
But
what I'm saying
I love the view of things. I like the perspective. It makes me feel good.
I
Like
appreciate that. But honestly, in all honesty, I'm just happy that you guys, especially people in your realm and the people that we've been blessed to know here in Yonkers.
Yeah.
I'm just happy I'm catching you guys while you're still up and coming, because it still fits the narrative of the show, of course.
Right.
But realistically, bro, y'all about to be moving. Y'all about to be hot.
I believe it. Yeah.
Especially because of the simple fact that now Yonkers, you can't not hear Yonkers in shows, in songs, in this and that. And it's like, a couple years ago, we wasn't even
a couple years ago,
deemed cool
they
enough
used
to be
used to shit on Yonkers,
in the
like,
borough conversation, let alone we being taken over Staten Island here recently.
Yo,
I'm not even gonna hold
like
you.
5 years ago, I remember when people used to like down talk on Yonkers, like they're not even a part of the 5 boroughs, like what's over there,
Upstate.
like exactly. We would have to go to them to have a good time, but now it's like everything is gravitating towards Yonkers now. I feel like we're making a name for ourselves. Different creatives are coming up from either this side or that side. I feel like we're really making noise, slowly but surely, that the other boroughs are now appreciating, you know, what Yonkers is doing and what they have been doing. You feel me?
I mean, realistically, it's no way to not respect it, because y'all been hustling, like from generations on. Because before that, y'all knew what y'all wanted to do, but once y'all started honing, especially you, my boy, that shit is beautiful to see. Because I don't know if you remember this conversation, but I even asked you, what made you step out on your own? Cause you was along
Yup,
the
I
lines
remember.
of so many creatives. Remember, I don't know where we were.
I
But it
think
was
I
at
think
some
we was
house
at
party.
some party. Yeah, we was somewhere.
And we just
for
be
real.
chopping it up.
Yeah.
And I guess my first question is, because I have that insight already. Where did Henry realize he had to step into himself and become Henry Mars?
Yo, that's a great question. And to be honest, like the answer to that is really the people that believed in me at the time, because I think this is really early on in like my, I guess, like phase of like trying to be a creative or like a designer, where I was trying to help out different businesses. You know, I was trying to get my foot in the door with like PBT, for example. We're here too with PBT. Shout out to Private.
Okay.
Yeah, like for example, Private was really who I started with. You know, I've spoke about this before, but I used to, you know, run the shop with them. I used to do the photography for their Instagram, and I got a chance to design for them also. Now through that opened doors to other brands that seen my work with them, where I started designing for them, giving them feedback like, hey, I feel like you should kind of like bring this to the table with your designs, or I feel like your logo should be something based off of this maybe. Like I basically was giving these businesses a vision, I guess a plan for themselves. Because I believe them. I would sit down with them, they would talk to me, tell me what their brand is, and I guess I would paint the picture for them.
Right.
Like to me, this sounds like this, and I feel like you can really market this, or you can really capitalize off of this type of vibe. And after I started doing it consistently, people were like, bro, when are you gonna drop? When are you gonna drop you? Like you're doing all of this for all these people, making them look good, or you know, like me really like making shit happen, but when are you gonna drop shit?
Right.
And I kind of just sat there, and I just felt like it was too early. I feel like there's just so much for me to learn still.
Right.
But I feel like I was just starting. I just started and it was going good. Like I knew what I was doing, but I feel like there was always such a bigger picture. There's always so much more knowledge to learn. Like I just feel like I wasn't ready.
Right.
And it just got to the point where I'm just like, damn, if I don't do it now, fuck it. Like I'm never gonna do it.
Right.
So
it always comes a point in the creative's life where they're like, I bet I gotta shit or get off the pot.
right. Right.
I'm not gonna hold you. Niggas is passing me by, time is passing me by, life is passing me by, and at the end of the day, if I'm not gonna do it, who else?
Who else is gonna do it? Right. And personally, bro, I just feel like I was just dragging it. You feel me? Like, yo, why am I not dropping this shit? Like,
Right.
I'm sure if I drop it, like, it's gonna happen regardless, right?
It's being your own worst critic.
Exactly. I just felt like I was never ready, or there was still things for me to, you know, like work on before I dropped this brand. Because if I was gonna drop my brand, I want to make sure this shit is fire.
Right.
When I say fire, that word is just so overly used, but I'm talking about like, I wanted to make sure
Your shit
that it hits exactly. Like through all of this work that I've done for other people, I don't want to repeat the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure this has its own entity. It has its own vibe. Like nobody from Yonkers has been doing it, or maybe it just hasn't been seen. Like it was a lot that went into this process.
Right.
So if I was gonna drop it, I wanted to take my time with it.
Right.
And that's really where it was at, and that's kind of like why I made my decision to actually do it.
Honestly, do you think that you would, two-part question actually, do you think that you would be where you are if you didn't kind of sequester yourself into just the designer role? Because that's what I was hesitant with. I didn't want to describe you. I wanted people to know you through you. So when you said consulting and then designing, that was perfect. Because realistically, bro, you do a multitude of things that I can't really put you in a box. So being a creative is all I can really call you at this point.
Exactly.
And that's like really what's amazing to me, that you even have noticed like, okay, if I'm going to be able to do this, that, and the third, I have to be able to help myself as well.
Right.
So what did that look like for you?
Exactly.
Like actually going outside of your norm and building something your own.
It was basically exactly how you answered it, or how you just brought that question up. It was all over the place.
Right.
It's just like I didn't really know where to start. I didn't really know what to really do first. Like it was definitely like a moment of silence where I had to just sit down and be like, all right, like what am I really, like what can I bring to the table with this? Like I know I'm a creator. I know like that being a creator comes with so many like questions, like, okay, you're a creator, but what do you do? Like you said, like I couldn't put myself in a box either. I didn't know how to describe it myself. So it was definitely confusing for me to kind of like ground myself within like these new changes and everything, you know? It's just, I feel like every creator will go through the same thing. Like they like to try out different things. That's like the thrill of being a creator. Like I get bored easily personally.
Right.
Like I can stick to a design and being a designer, but when it comes to the business side, and now I gotta work on marketing.
Right.
I gotta work on building a website. I gotta work on this, and that. That's why I'm just like, why not try it myself? I know I can get away with designs and like this tech experience. Why not try to build my own website? You feel me? Why pay somebody else when I can actually just do the research and try it out myself? I feel like every creator kind of goes in that sense. It's just like, let me just try different things.
I was about to say, I've even done that myself, like having to figure out how I'm gonna keep the ship afloat. Actually, we just had that conversation. Like, shit, there was a point I didn't even want to do this anymore. You feel what I'm saying? Not even on no, I can't do it. It's just like, bruh, it's too much at this point.
Right, you have like, excuse me.
No, you good.
You have every day, I guess like we all have day jobs. You feel me? This is up and coming. Like we're working for this vision that we have. Right. We're working on like our brands. We're working on our self-employed businesses. Like we're not where we want to be yet, you know? So like at the end of the day, this is real shit. Like we're all humans at the end of the day. We have jobs. Then adding, you know, a hobby on top of that, or a sport if you play sports, or if you add like, you know, you want to, you know, do music and add studio time, like shit. Bro, life will hit you hard, especially when you're trying to make, you know, something of yourself when it comes to like being, you know, self-employed or owning your own business. Like it takes time and dedication. Like you could get lost easily with real life shit. It's easy.
I was about to say, perfect segue. You being a new father, how did you continue building?
Yeah.
Like,
it's exactly.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
But like, you hit second gear type shit. Like, cause I watch you, like stories. I watch to see what's next.
Thank you. Yeah, always.
You get what I'm saying? So like, even the whole, I don't know what store specifically, and I don't know if you could talk about it, but like, bro, seeing you kick it up even more after being blessed with a child, it's like, oh yeah, this is about to be a problem.
As it should.
This is about to be a problem. What is that in the works right now? Like, what is the next step for you now that you found this new stride?
I mean, right now, going back to, you know, like how I went about still maintaining even after having a new baby and everything. Yo, bro, when you really love what you do, you will make the time. And it just goes back to loving what you do at the end of the day. Like, yes, life will hit you with, you know, all these, you know, complicated, you know, real life situations, you know, it's just life and it happens. But when you really love what you do, you won't see it otherwise. Like, you won't see it any way other. Like, I want to be a designer. I want to own my own business. Right. At the end of the day, like, if these little things can stop me from doing that, then I'm not motivated enough. You feel me? I just got to keep it moving. I got to keep it going somehow. Right. Having two kids, actually, because I have my 9-year-old.
I forgot. Yo, bro, we didn't even get there because that is a grown man.
he's a grown-ass boy, yes.
He's a grown boy now, bro.
It goes back to that, though.
That is beautiful.
It goes back to that. Yeah, bro. It goes back to that. It's like, yes, I've made a life for myself, a private life where now I have a family. So, like, that puts me in a different mindset. You know, I have something to work for. Ooh. I got to make something of myself for my kids. I got to give them something. Right. If this is about generation and generational wealth, somebody got to start it. Right. My family didn't do it, unfortunately, but my family came to America to get me here, put me in this situation, so I'm gonna make something of it.
Nah.
If my family have generational wealth, somebody has to start it. And I believe it's gonna be me. Where if I don't make it, my knowledge will get to my sons, and then they will take that and build whatever empire they want with that.
That is a beautiful.
So that's really where I'm at with that. That's really where like my heart and my mindset is at with whatever we do here, like whatever I'm doing here.
It's
Keeps me going. You
It's
know?
genuine, bro. It's awesome to hear because I'm not sure if you are super close with Malls or the rapper Malls.
Malls, what's
He's from Yonkers.
okay? What's
Bronx, Yonkers.
like? Is he's super local?
Yeah, super local.
Damn. If he, I know a lot of musicians in
Right.
Yonkers.
Probably if you've seen him by face.
If you could play me a track, I'll definitely be able to tell you yes or no, because I definitely tap into music, all local artists for sure.
At least you know who I'm talking about. But he actually just posted something today, and it was along the lines of like how he is taking his father role, and I'm not a father yet. My brother actually just had a kid, and I just look at you guys like, yo, the type of perseverance that needs to come from not only providing for another person, but emulating for another person. Like you saying you wanted to pass down your knowledge, even if you don't make it. That's some selfless shit. And just because you are that selfless in your ways of going about whatever you're doing, because that's just the type of person you are. I can hear that. I can see that through your movements, all of that. In reality, there's no way for you not to hit. Like,
Yo,
to be
thank
honest,
you.
to be honest, because I'm
I
saying,
love to hear it.
I'm,
Thank
I'm,
you.
I'm listening and I'm like, yo, word. Because you got a whole bunch of niggas like, I want to be known. Or
right.
I know I'm nice at this, so I want to do this for everyone, or whatever the case may be. But to hear that your maneuvering is for longevity and then lineage on top of that is just a beautiful thing. And then to have someone that could possibly carry that out, nigga, you already doing the work.
It's
already
beautiful.
Made it for real, because how your kids is looking at you, you're already producing things. It's not like fame or notoriety has to give you that. You get what I'm saying? Like you've created, you've done from nothing. So them little boys is looking at, oh yeah, I know what I want to do. I'm gonna do this.
Right, like basically, let's just say, hypothetically, I don't get to be the person that I want to be.
Right.
Let's just say life, just hits me hard. Like, I fall in depth, or like a debt with money, or like something happens, right, where I gotta like kind of put this creative side to the side and like, really go full time with like a 9-to-5 job, like a corporate office, and right? At the end of the day, I kind of grounded myself in a way where I put myself in situations like this where I can be in front of a camera, like documenting what I do. Right, so it's like self-reflection. I'll try to do interviews, podcasts, work on my own content, try to put something out, put myself in front of the camera as documentation. So one day, who knows, maybe 20 years from now, my sons can look at that and be like, wow, that's dad. Look what he was doing out here.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel me? Like, it just, if it's not me now in the moment, it'll be me back then showing them like, this is what I was really doing out here.
Like, it is you right now. Like, this is your moment, bro.
Right, thank you.
You better take that shit and run with it. Because, honestly, looking at what you're doing, even going the female route, chef's kiss. Because your vision is different, bro. Like, how you're maneuvering is different. And that's why I'm keying on it, because not only did I ask the question about what's next for you, and you went how you're deciphering it and passing it on, but also like just trying to understand what made you build this way, because not many people decide to go the harder route. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I definitely feel like I took the harder route.
I was about
around
to say,
certain
like
things.
a lot of people get discouraged by that. Not right now. I was about to say, because I'm on a roll right now. I'm on a roll.
Go ahead, bro.
But
Keep doing your thing.
realistically, like, how you've set up what you're doing, especially because you kind of picked and pulled from all of the places that you were interested in. I really do want to see how you catapult this to the next level, because I've seen the vision through where you're choosing, how you're choosing, and then the type of time you're putting behind your release, how you roll it out, how you show up for yourself, X,
Right.
Y, and Z. So it's like, the question is not only what's next, but how do you even figure that out? Is
That's a good question.
Is it just like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just go, like, this is what I'm feeling right now? Or have you been having these ideas, like, on some, I'm going to do that later?
Yeah, like you put something in the vault,
Because
take it out at the perfect
that.
time.
I got that, like, for sure, especially when things don't go how you desired them to go.
Right.
But, like, how do you even, especially being multi-talented, how do you, because you said you had to slow the chaos. You had to make sure that everything you was doing made sense, and you wanted to do it for you.
Right.
So how was that funneling process? Like, how did you figure that out? Was it just shit didn't work?
No, I mean, I think it's just trial and error. I feel like I'm young, I'm in my 20s.
Right.
So this is the time for me to get creative and just try. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm young. I feel like we're all young. Like, you could be 30, you're still young. You feel me? Like, you could be 45, you still got 45 more years, let's just say, right? You have time for yourself. And I just tapped into a mindset where I'm just like, you know what? If this doesn't work, I'm going to learn from it, try it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I just try to just experiment with things. And, like, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, I try to find a way to make it work somehow. Like, for example, like, let's just say I did photography for a while. And
Are you still doing that or no?
I do it when I have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
one
it's
of those
just
skills you've acquired, and now I'm like, all right, I can shelf this for when I need it.
exactly. And there's people I work with that are way better than me, where I have to respect them. And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I want you to take care of this, right?
I need your vision.
Exactly. So it just goes. I guess, like, it's what I'm feeling at the moment. Like, me as an Aquarius, I'm always all over the place. Like, I'm just like always on a different mindset. I'm always thinking of, like, the next thing here and there. Like, bro, my mind just be off it. I'm just like daydreamer, everything. But I try to bring it back down and ground myself and ask myself, like, is this something I can do? Is this something I can finish? Because I've also been the creator that starts a project but doesn't finish it. And I've learned from that. Because at the end of the day, that's not really a good, I guess, like, characteristic to have with yourself. Like, if you're gonna start something, finish it. That's what they say, right? All the time.
It's definitely not a good relationship to have with yourself. And it kind of piggybacks us to my next point. Like, what made you believe in what you were doing so wholeheartedly? Because, like, did you have, like, a vision? Like, did you have somebody, like how you're trying to do for your son?
Right.
Did you have somebody, like, show you, like, yo,
like, pave the way?
you get what I'm saying? Not even just entrepreneurial, but, like, focus, driven wise. Because I understand that people that don't necessarily have those tools already, they can acquire them through life experiences, having kids,
right,
X, Y,
right.
and Z. But, like, that, being blessed to know you, nigga, like, I've seen this for a long time, like, very decisive.
I've been doing it for a while, bro.
Like, very decisive. You know what the hell you want to do, and it's like, I'm gonna try and get this done. And if I don't get it done how I want to get it done, I'm gonna make sure I get it done.
Try it again.
Facts.
We're gonna try again and just see how it goes from there.
Like, was that how was that instilled in you? Like, was that taught? Was that, like, modeled?
Bro, I don't even know. I've never asked myself that question, so that's a great question. But from what I can remember, being young, like, let's take it back to, like, pre-K, right? I remember having the art classes, and I was just always really in tune with being creative. Like, I was making fucking, I don't know, like, some next level, like, art projects and stuff like that. And the teachers would talk about my art to, like, my parents, like, wow, like, he's really creative. And being that young, like, I knew, like, art was really for me. I used to sketch and draw. And I stuck with that for a while. Draw superheroes in my notebooks and everything. I would draw them for my friends and stuff like that. I would sell them at some point, you know,
Right.
during like lunch break and shit. So I knew I was always into art. But when it comes to fashion, my sisters were always fly. You know what I'm saying? I have 2 older sisters. I'm the third of my family, like of my siblings, and it's just me and my 2 older sisters, right? And like they would always put me on to what they were put on to. Like this is back in like Lincoln High School, which is a high school that's here in Yonkers. If you've been there, you know. But back then I think it was like Pepe jeans. The Bapes just dropped. Like they was super hot.
Yo, this is so dope.
Bro, like they was having like the jerseys like out. Like it was definitely a time. Like the belts had your name on it. You feel me? Like the gold buckle with the whole name. So this is when like that era was happening where I was like about 7. My sisters were in high school, and I would see them, and they would kind of like make sure my dad bought me the Jordans and shit like that. So they would put me on, and through that, I started like getting like really into fashion. Like I would match my shoelaces with like the gum bottom of my sneakers, or like my hat would match like my shoes, a shirt would match something. It kind of started from that, and that's when I really like getting fly. I really like tapped into clothing, and now I draw. So like when it got to high school, I'm like, nigga, why not put my drawing on clothing? I was already kind of like popular in my school. Like I knew a lot of people. Like I had them repping my shit too. Like it kind of just like opened up. I don't know. Like I just through life, through like my experiences.
It ain't open up.
I stepped into it for sure. Yeah.
Like everybody had somebody show them how to get fly. Hopefully.
Right.
Like,
There be bad fits out there for sure.
In all reality, bro, like now I see why you went the female route.
Right.
Like all of these things, well, to a mind like mine, they start making sense when I just get a little bit. That's why I love this.
Yeah.
Because even you just said that was a good question, but I just was wondering. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you know, it made me realize something too, just asking me that. Like why I went the female route. And I don't think we clarified that for the viewers.
Nah, that's why I brought it back up. Nah, your boy's nice.
But by going the female route, it's just like, when I say I wanted to do this brand and I wanted to make it different, I think what was expected of me was to drop streetwear, menswear.
Right.
But you know, growing up with sisters, I really got to understand women and be respectful towards them. You know, like I learned a lot from them. You know, being around women all my life. Like it was my mom, my sisters, my dad also. But like for the most part, he was always working. I was with them.
Right.
And I got to really like, you know, just like, I guess like see things from their perspective. So when it came to the business side, I'm just like, why not make something for them? Like, I felt like women at that point didn't really have streetwear. They were wearing menswear. Like you'll see them in like t-shirts, like the Thrasher t-shirts when that was popping, or you'll see them in like Stussy. These are like men's brands that they have kind of like brought into their own outfit. And to be honest, women wearing men's clothing 100 times, like 10 out of 10, bro, will always look better on them. Always. 100%. They will body fits.
I'm not even gonna lie, because you think about it. The whole genius, by the way.
Thank you.
the female route, not only because it's a demographic to which you will excel in, it's also a demographic to which I feel like the streetwear and fashion industry kind of has this cookie cutter image of. And I feel like they need somebody in there to shake some shit up.
You always do. You always need a little bit of something in there.
And like seeing, even you saying like, you noticing the difference in the streetwear on women and through women, I realized it's just solely because they're used to accessorizing.
Yeah.
Any fly 100%. Nigga you know knows how to accessorize. Whether it's hats, jackets, shoes, your accessories are the keys to how your outfit will pop. You could put on something regular, nigga, but if your accessories and everything don't make it make sense, nigga,
bro, it's a statement. Like,
what
what are you wearing that's a statement?
That's what I'm saying.
It's like what you wear is who you are at the end of the day.
I was about to say, even realizing that how women really put it on, bro. They put it on because they understand like it's not only levels, but it's layers to this shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, so I'm gonna do this with the earrings, with this, so that attention to detail is already there.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom. Now you got attention to detail, as a dude that's already creative, there was no way for you to not do this.
It's definitely, I was definitely plotting.
I was about to say.
And it's just, I don't know, it's just like the mindset of, I guess, catching on to like a wave before it happens, or just knowing what will work. You really have to do your research.
Right.
And just, you know, we're all like in this era, like we're all on social media, and it's so like, you know, like pressed on us, like to always be like putting on these outfits or like showing off our best on social media. But when it comes to women are great marketers.
Facts.
Whether it be just like themselves,
I was about to say, they literally
makeup,
don't have to do much.
bro, when they do it, and they do it good. And us as men, we're just like fire. Like niggas is thirsty, but niggas will always be on it. But with me saying that, it's more like it will be like appreciated when it comes from a woman. Like, so when it comes to business and, you know, like dropping women's wear, like I wanted to do something that they wanted. So who did I have to go to? Women. So my girlfriend, you know, super dope. She's a great person, and her mindset is crazy too. She inspired Mars. Like Mars was inspired by some of her thoughts too. Like it's me and my girl at the end of the day, kind of like creating this brand. Because I'm bringing in the menswear, but she's giving me like feedback from the women's side. Like she's bad. She has bad friends. So like now I'm just like, okay, so I have the resources. I'm just listening now. Like, what do y'all want? What should I drop? Bodysuits. Okay, what should I put on these bodysuits? What type of cut should it be? Y'all want something like clean and cut, maybe like a high rise showing off some hips. Like now I'm really like tapping in. It's because I'm trying to build this like community, you know, through this brand. So that way I can have the women's wear looking great, because I have the women that are kind of like tapping in and giving me the feedback of what they want. And it's also like me already knowing the menswear side, where we can just bring something together and make the business what I want it to be.
Is that why you did bodysuits first?
Bodysuits were, to me, I just love how it looks. My girl was always wearing bodysuits. I'm like, nigga, that's fire. Like, why not make it?
My girl is behind the camera right now. She could tell you, I love bodysuits.
It's good, and I feel like they love it too. Exactly. I just feel like it holds their body right. It makes them feel good. It's just fire. It just looks good on them.
Look, and I don't even think you peeped the twofers that you're gonna have, because not only is you able to tap in with the menswear as well as the female wear, but women's wear, but also
this guy.
You're literally, you know, seriously, you're literally telling niggas what to buy, essentially.
You don't know what you want until somebody tells you.
Cause look, shorties know what they want.
Right. Women always know what they want.
They know what they want.
Right.
Guys, we put on for the women.
Right.
And I feel like women put on for men as well, but a lot of the things that they do for themselves, I swear to you, because I've seen my girl sitting hours and hours in the mirror doing some stuff that I'm just like, yo, stay, you feel me? You ain't gotta do all that. And she just like, I know, but I want to.
Nah, it's just they want to look good. They want to feel good. You feel me?
I was about to say that understanding of oneself, especially being around and blessed to be around so many women, bro, and then creating something for them, and then being the type of person that you are, which is one, taking in your environment, two, actually implementing the shit because you've already implemented for yourself. So it's like when I look at the traction here, I'm wondering, would you pick a side, or would you stick to basically satisfying all needs? Because if you look at it how you already doing it, since you got the menswear side, and then you already have your girl that's helping you with the women's side,
yeah.
And you already say women is killing the men's fits.
Bro, women can throw on anything.
They're shopping online more than
us,
online.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, would you find yourself like choosing one lane and going hard there, or kind of really becoming that unisex kind of like vibe again? Because I've realized, even though, you know, we didn't have tight jeans back then, but dudes was wearing girl jeans in like
Bro, skinny
07,
jeans.
08, you feel what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like,
I was one of them, bro. I was I was definitely one of them niggas wearing
certain
the
things just-
skateboarding with the purple skinny jeans. I was ODing.
you get
But that's
I'm
what was
saying?
in. Like,
but like certain things you can't help but to cross over.
Yeah.
So would that be a possibility? Because like I already see it. For real, for real.
I mean, if I had to pick a side right now, I would definitely go with the women's wear. Because I just feel like it's
I mean, it is what you do.
easier. It is. And like I've dropped the menswear side little by little.
Right.
I've kind of been focusing already on the women's wear side because
Right.
I've already seen the great success it's had. One, you know, I can gift it to a celebrity easily. I haven't yet, but I'm plotting on it.
Bro,
like
once
give
you
it to
mention
them.
marketing and all of your business overthinking, I also do that overthinking.
Right.
Like, how can I get to where I gotta go? X, Y, and Z. This is A, B, C. That's done.
Yeah.
Now all I gotta do is this. Say less. Promotion.
Right.
Ambassadorship. X, Y, and Z.
But see, with going with the women's wear side, I just feel like a lot of people haven't capitalized off of doing that for themselves. I just feel like, one, if you get one good-looking girl, right, wearing your shit, other women will look at that too, and they will want to know what that is too. Also, men will be like, yo, that's fire. They got girls or women that they're with, they're going to want them in that if they look good in that too. Whereas if we just stick with menswear, it's a little bit more limited, and it's just like not all men can pull off like style or
things.
fashion.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This women run fashion. Women are fashion. You feel me? I feel like
why I asked that
they do
question.
it more often than we do. We just now in this generation have tapped into the fashion. Now you see niggas
Right.
popping out and getting fly, but women have been about that
That's
lifestyle.
what I'm saying. Like they've been understood the fashion realm. Like
Yeah.
they've been killing it.
Right,
My thing
right. I
is,
agree.
I realized that you noticed that. That's why I asked if you had to pick a side. Because
Yeah, I would pick
once
that
you
side for
dropped
sure.
the bodysuits, I was like, oh, he's gonna kill it, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
And it was-
he's gonna kill it, bro.
Bro.
Because yo, everybody and their moms is dropping t-shirts. I knew you were sold out those bodysuits ASAP.
Yo, I had to do a couple runs of that bodysuit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cause realistically, like you said, people. It's not that people aren't paying attention. I feel like people weren't as blessed as you to have women's influence on something that they're actually interested in.
Right.
Cause 9 times out of 10, you equate, as most men do, they equate a woman telling them how to be or what to be in their mother's eyes or in their mother's voice. So they're kind
see.
of like, standoffish to the advice. Whereas having sisters, bro, that you actually are cool with, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then having a girl whose friends are actually not dusty. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm
Right.
saying? But being blessed to have these avenues and these advocates around you,
Yeah.
bro. Once I asked you that question, I already knew you was gonna say the women's wear.
But I don't even think it's just like, let's say, being blessed. Like, yes, I appreciate the people that I've been around and the people that I've met, but I just feel like I carried myself a certain way where when it comes to, I just feel like men have a bad rep when it comes to women, where it's like creeps, right?
Right.
You got niggas that be
Right.
too thirsty,
Right.
and they be doing too much. Like, bro, like us as men, bro, like we sometimes we do too much, right? And I just feel like when it comes to women, if you want to make any female happy in the world, right? You got to know what they want. And I just, as a person, I just like looking at different perspectives. I like putting myself in other people's shoes and understanding different sides of things. Like if it's any altercation, right, I will sit back and think first, like, okay, I can react this way, right? But maybe they did that for a reason. Like I like to think about things before I make my decision, right? So if I'm planning on doing something, I want to know exactly how to go about it or like what way to go about it first. And if we're talking about like doing the women's wear line and how I can capitalize off of that, it was basically just like knowing what they want, like listening to what it is. And I feel like all men should always have that characteristic with them themselves.
That's why I said blessed, bro.
Like,
I don't even think you understand how blessed you are. Cause real talk, that's why I use the wording that I use. Cause not many people do or are in these predicaments to where they actually enjoy the people they're around.
And that's crazy to say.
So no, it's
crazy.
true to say.
It's true to say, but it's crazy to hear it.
Because realistically, bro, 2 older sisters, bro, there's young dudes that have women problems because of that.
And that makes no sense. That just goes to show, like, you're not really listening to what they're telling you.
It makes no sense to you because you were in a beautiful situation. I'm hearing. I don't know personally.
Yeah.
But for you to have older sisters put you on game, right?
They did put me on game.
You get what I'm saying? Put you on game.
Yeah.
Not trying to little bro you, X, Y, and Z. Because realistically, they could violate. They could little bro you. They could do whatever. But
they could have did me dirty. Just like left me like mad musty.
They was just like, hold on, my little nigga coming with me. And not a lot of people are blessed with that.
Right. I understand.
Get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
And that's why I'm saying you were blessed because realistically, and then to get into a relationship, and we already know how it is when you get your significant other's friends involved. A lot of people aren't even able to deal with them, let alone feedback me on some serious shit I'm dealing with. You feel what I'm saying? So like, bro, like that pressure cooker that you had, nigga, like I said, it was no way for this to not happen this way. Right. But I feel like you actually stepping into it is what's making it even more beautiful.
You know what it is? I see the potential. I love to see potential in things. When it has come to like even like models for like the runway shows that I have done or like photo shoots that I've done, it'll just be my friends. And I just see the potential in them that they don't see. I'm like, yo, bro, like you should shoot with me. Like I have product that I know you can rock. If I style you, like just pull up. I'll shoot you. It's me. You feel me? Like if it's too much for you, like first time being a model, like it's just me, bro. Like it's cool vibes. Like we can stop if you want, like whatever the case may be. And like it's come to the point where like these people have become actual models after that because they saw the potential within themselves because I showed it to them. Like I love seeing perspectives, or I like just seeing the potential in people. And if I see it, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like I'm just that person. Like, bro, I know you can make it. You just gotta believe in yourself. Like you running a podcast, you want season 2, bro? I know you can make it to season 3.
Oh,
like
no,
I'm here for it.
I was about to say that's a fact.
That's just how I am, bro. I've always been like that. I'm just here for all the goodness in life. Like I'm just here for it.
I was about to say I'm hearing a whole, but you've always been a real positive cat. Like that's why we get along. Like,
right. It's just
it's not like
why not?
You know what I'm saying? And having that positive outlook on top of having the type of pressure cooker you have, bro. I'm excited to see where you
where it goes.
Because, bro, it's sky's the limit at this point.
It is.
Especially
it always is.
Being tapped in to yourself.
Right.
Like you overstand what the fuck you want to do and how you want to do it at this point. Fuck the trials and error and all of that other shit because it got you here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, and you stepping into this actual role, what the fuck is next?
What's next? Yo,
cause I know you got some shit in the cuff, bro. I see the haircut. You getting money, bro.
Nah, man. I mean, it's what's next is actually the hardest question always. Like, what is next? Right. Like, how can I make my next move without me making the wrong move?
Right.
And honestly, what I can tell people to look forward to when it comes to the brand and just like what I'm putting out, it's definitely a lot more high quality content. Like I'm working with people who are involved in, videography and cinematography, and I want to bring that luxury to the brand to capture the vision. Right now, I haven't been super heavy on product. I dropped the bodysuits and I ran with that. I dropped a couple quick strikes, which is like random product where I just decided, let me do some hats, some t-shirts real quick. And I've stuck with that, but I really have been focused on content because at the end of the day, it just takes that one video to go viral.
And that's how you're gonna build your next.
Exactly. Basically, I'm just kind of still trying things out. Right. the brand is still making clothing. Right now, what's next is I'm dropping some, bikinis for the summer. Oof. And with that, I'm dropping some swimming trunks so we can have like the couple
Niggas is
fits
twinning, steak.
type shit, but not tacky. You feel me? There's a way to do it, and that takes time to know how to finesse it.
Right.
It can be either a couple thing or it could be like a separate thing. Like it's pieces that are separate, but they're cohesive enough to wear. You know what I'm saying?
I'm seeing it.
Exactly.
I'm seeing it right now, even with the difference of prints in either colors.
Right. It could be something as simple as just like it has the same logo but different color palette. It can be something like a dope color palette, but just the logo is a little bit different. You can make it work if you want to make it work, right? If you pop out together, you can see it. If not, it would be like, you're still a statement.
Nobody want to be too matchy no more.
Right, and that's how I am. I hate being matchy with my girl when I step out. Like, we love black, like all black everything, black outfits, everything, right? We just that type of person. Like combat boots is my go-to with a leather jacket, so it is for her too. But we're not gonna wear 2 leather jackets, 2 combat boots, and 2 skinny jeans. Like, we gonna switch it up, but keep the same aesthetic and same vibe, Right. And that's what I'm bringing with this next drop from Mars. If we're talking about product.
No, we def talking.
Right? If we're talking about product, that's what I'm going for. Still working heavy on the women's wear, but I'm still not trying to forget about my guys, because that's what I do. This is like genuinely, this is what I know how to do. Right. Like, I need help with the women's side, and this is why I listen to like my girl's feedback or her friends' feedback to see what they want, because they're all bad. So whatever they wear, I know is what everybody else wants to wear. It's like a domino effect,
because you know how the influences.
Exactly. It's a whole bunch of like ambassadors, influencers, but that's how it is. Like, now we're living in this tech world with like, even like virtual reality coming into play. Like, everything is always going to be tech based. And on social media platforms, that's what it is. You see one person promoting this, and there's going to be a whole lot of people that are going to fuck with it if you have that, like, I guess, platform for yourself.
Have you, being this creative, and I'm going to wrap it up very soon because I don't want to keep you too long. But,
nah, it's all good, bro.
But realistically, do you see yourself getting into this metaverse space?
Yo, so metaverse.
Cause look,
yes.
I'm not even gonna hold you. We a little bit ahead of the curve for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at NFTs, all of these things, and I'm like, yo, they're doing outfits?
Yeah.
Are you serious? They're doing outfits?
They doing everything right now.
Bro, everything. And I'm like, yo.
It's a different world out there,
bro. And
bro.
then how you design, how you see things, I wouldn't put it out of your future. For real.
It goes hand in hand.
It's just about networking and really finding those pieces before, like you said, because you know how to delegate.
Yeah.
I've heard that even through this interview, like, and you don't mind doing it either.
No, not
especially
at all.
Giving people their flowers while doing it.
Yeah, you got to show love.
I do the same thing.
You got to show love.
Like I said, without Rob behind the camera and
without y'all,
like,
this wouldn't happen at the end of the day.
It wouldn't be fun.
Like
I said, in the first
happening.
place, people don't understand. Like, yeah, I could shoot myself. I could do all of this shit. I could spend buku amounts of money. But if there's somebody already doing what I need done, and I respect how they do it, bro, I'm putting you on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I commend that. And somebody that's also trying to build himself.
Right.
It's difficult.
It's self-design at the end of the day.
Exactly. It's difficult to pour into yourself while pouring into others. But bro, keep killing shit.
Yeah, bro,
I'm excited to see what's next. Blessings to you and the new fam.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
I need you to do me a favor.
What's good?
Right in this camera right here.
Yeah.
And tell everybody where to find them bodysuits, what's coming next, all of your dope ish.
Yeah, absolutely. So once again, I appreciate the viewers today. Y'all can definitely find it at mars.co on Instagram. So that's gonna be MVRRS.co on Instagram. I post a lot of the content there. The website is also posted. If you don't see any product, I'm always posting on the story just to show just a little bit of what y'all might see, what's next to come. Maybe it's like, I need some feedback. I do a lot of polls like, yo, would y'all want to see this colorway, that colorway? I always want to know what y'all want. So definitely tap in and follow the brand. My personal is I am Mars on Instagram. That's I.am.MARS. MVRRS. Damn, that was a lot.
Right, I was about to say thank you for saying that because, bro, do you know how hard it is to find you on the gram, bro?
Is it? My bad.
I was like, oh, Mark. Henry? Where is he, bro? Like,
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry,
yo,
man. I switched it up a little bit.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Thank you for having me, bro. For real.
I honestly have been meaning to have this conversation with you on something.
It's been a minute, yeah.
People don't understand the ins and outs to what people are doing. They just see the finished product and they think, oh, I could do that too.
Right.
There's a lot that goes into one, maneuvering and then carrying out visions. You feel what I'm saying? And bro, you being a walking fucking vision board
Thank you, man.
dope. You keep killing shit. Keep doing what you do.
Yes, sir. Always.
Anything else you want to say before we head out of here?
Nah, man. I mean, I think we wrapped it up pretty well when it comes to like, you know, just like tapping into all these topics and shit like that.
I hope you enjoyed yourself, bro.
I did. And for whoever's watching, I just want you to know that it don't matter what you're doing in life, right? Like, it don't matter if you're not a creator at all. You can just have a 9 to 5. It don't matter what you do. Just make sure you try things out, you know? Like, don't just limit yourself, you know? We're young, like I said. If you're in your early 20s, 30s, 40s, whoever's watching this, just like, you know, experiment with life and just have fun, you know? That's my message out here.
Talk to him.
Just have fun with your life. Absolutely.
Bro, that was a beautiful message and a perfect way to go out because, bro, you've been spreading positivity. Keep killing shit and keep being positive about whatever you do because no matter what you do, it's gonna pop.
It's always gonna be good, bro. It's only right. It's the only way to go.
Bro, thank you for coming.
Thank you, brother,
This
for
has
having
been
me.
Up and Coming.
Yes, sir.
Up and Coming.
Absolutely.
Season 2, episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
If you're new, like, comment, and subscribe. Head over to MF and Films. Head over to Up and Coming Pod on Instagram. Tap in, B. We coming with some more super hot fire. You feel me? Super hot fire. Stay tuned.
Yes,
It's your
sir.
boy, motherfucker Jones. My
Let's
guy.
go.
And we out of here. Deuces.